The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Andrew Rogers here on the Eagles Sports Network with Carson-Newman men's golf coach Randy Wylie. His team's headed back to the regional tournament. Coach, obviously not the performance that you guys wanted at the conference tournament. You had to sweat it out on Selection Friday, we'll say. But overall thoughts on getting back there for the second straight year and the sixth time since 2016?
We're very excited. Our expectation is to make the NCAA tournament every year, and we're happy to be going back. And, after a little hiccup last week at the conference championship, it's a chance to kind of make amends and kind of play with a chip on our shoulder a little bit and show that we can play with the best teams in the country, which we believe we can.
We talked about the conference tournament, and obviously not what you wanted, but it kind of gets what could be maybe bad rounds out of the way. We know our best golf is ahead of us. How can you get the guys to maybe realize that, okay, wasn't what we wanted, but we've got renewed life here, and if it matters more this week than it did at conference?
Yeah, we're blessed to be going on. It was a little tight at the end as far as making it, but what an opportunity now. I mean, we're just nothing but opportunity, and no pressure on us. Just go play loose and compete hard, and take care of the one shot at a time mentality that works best in golf, and great things can happen from here.
You've told me multiple times and how good this South and Southeast region is. The same this season. 14 of the 20 teams that you're going to compete against, including you, are ranked. The entire top five is going to be there. But you guys have competed with all these teams. You've beaten number one Anderson at times this year. You beat North Georgia here in Tennessee and at the Bobby Nichols. How do you get the guys to realize, okay, yes, we're one of 14 other ranked teams, but we can beat them in any given 18-hole round. We can get it done and compete with these guys.
I think we got a pretty experienced team, and I don't have to convince them of that. They already know that they can beat those teams. So we won't even really have that conversation. It's going to be about just taking care of their responsibility to play one shot at a time and stick to their game plan for the golf course. And if we do that, we know we can beat anybody in the country.
I think you kind of hit on a couple of things that you struggled with at conference, but over this next 2-week stretch that you'll have break-wise from the conference championship to the regional tournament here in the second week of May, what do you want the guys to kind of focus in on? I know there were a couple of things you were displeased with, maybe their success on the fields or just certain stretches. So what are you hoping what they do get ready for the regional to not make maybe the same mistakes?
Well, I think we work on the right things, and we've just got to execute them better. We're not making any huge changes going to NCAAs. We just didn't quite take care of our business the way we're supposed to at the conference, and we believe in what we're doing, and the guys have good technique and good approaches, and we just got to stick to those good techniques and good approaches as we play in the tournament. It is interesting having some time between because we're right in the middle of finals.
Yep.
So while the guys are, trying to work on their games, they're also trying to finish up strong academically. So hopefully that we'll have about 5 days between the end of finals and actually traveling to the NCAA tournament. So that's when we'll really buckle down and try to be as right as we can going into the regional tournament.
Walk me through Grand Oaks, where you guys will compete at here in Florida. Maybe, of course, you're not as familiar with, but how important will be those practice rounds to get the lay of the land and, kind of figure out what certain holes you can go after, be more aggressive with, but also the holes you need to survive and just find a way to make par.
Right. Yeah, the practice round is going to be critical for everybody. Fortunately, Maeve Cummins played there in the women's NCAA tournament last year, so we have had boots on the ground, so to speak, and we'll be talking to her some about it. But from what I understand, it's like most Florida courses. It's going to be Bermuda greens. It's going to be tight, be fairly flat. There'll be a lot of water and a lot of sand. So it'll be a ball placement golf course, and I feel like we play that type of course pretty well.
Best of luck next week, Coach.
Thanks.
That's head coach Randy Wylie. I'm Andrew Rogers for the Eagles Sports Network.